Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Power Review Time, the Micro Toys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the i13A knockoff Deformation Combiner. What is a knockoff rainbow coloured Bruticus. Box is either has two things up their own arse. If I mention this isn't for kids, either if it thinks it's up its own arse, it will have a foam insert. This one kind of has, so they either really think this is a really good capability figure or it's complete trash. So give me a second just to find out what it is. This box doesn't like me today. And it came in a foam with foam, so I mean they think they're their own bum. So what it comes with is instructions and all the figures, so let's just jump into this. Bringing the figure in, got to put my camera down, there we go. Putting the figure in, I've got him in the combine mode, so articulation is his head, you can do a full 360, arms a full 360, in, out, waist swivel, hands are in, open, legs can tightly be pushed in and out. Can kick up that high and that far back, knee, and a pivot at the toe. Because there's 6 of them in the combiner, we're going to do this slowly. So first we're going to do is take one off at a time. So, maybe not. Let's do size comparison first. Don't rush the review. Everything's coming along. Right, size comparison. Here he is next to a Celestial Warrior combiner, about the same size, and here he is next to Duke Nukem, just because. Why not? So as you just saw, he doesn't stand very well, so I have to check what's just through off. What we need to take off the spare hand, what I've just done. Well, we kind of did it ourselves. And we'll start off with the space shuttle. So let's lay you down for a minute, because I don't want to break you. So to do the shuttle mode, you just need to kind of open up his things, open here, open his chest up to push this in, if I can get it in. It's get it in, and then should be able to just shut up the shuttle. If it works, then push the wings up, and they should just tab in to these little tabs right here. Mine don't seem to do it, but once you do get it, there's the shuttle mode. So bringing shuttle mode into robot mode is exactly the same thing. So undo the shuttle wings, unfold them up, pull open the legs, pull the legs apart, pull the legs down. What you will have to push some force into it. Push that part back up because we don't want that part. Tab in the legs into these little tabs right there. So there's a little tab literally on the back of the foot. If you can see it right here. We'll tab right into there. Straighten out the feet. Or rotate the feet, straighten them out. This isn't working today on camera. Right. Close up that, fold up the wings, open the cockpit, what is a die-cast metal. So, push that up, fold them round, pull open the wings, rotate the fists, rotation of fist, and pop his cockpit and put his head down. Whoa! There we go, hang on, let's put him back on. And there he is in robot mode. So articulation, his leg can kick up that far out. Beautiful, kind of a spread if you can get the joint working. Rotation of the hands, but wings will get in the way. Ball joint at the head, swivel at the waist. That should have gone in. And there's one. So not, oh god, I can't remember the Bruticus's team's singly name. We'll just call him Purple for now. Going on to orange. not Vortex. I remember Vortex because Vortex was one of the characters I liked playing in the Fall of Cybertron games. So as we were going, I've untied the hand, so we want to take it off of her from the foot. So that's another hand done. The propellers do come off, but we're just going to keep them on for now. Open up this tab, push this in, push, take off the propellers. It might, give me a second. There we go. Once you get this part moving, it will go in. So push up the fist, pull down this helicopter point. Well, it's going to be tight. Rotate the head. Pull up the hands. Untab the hands. Pull up the fists. Untab the hands. Pull it up. Goddamn son of a bitch. Come on. Yeah. We want to turn the legs so that the joints are facing out. Or no. Sorry, you need to rotate. I was doing it wrong. And then there is swindle. Articulation, arms, ball joint, rotation, bicep swivel, swivel at the waist, kicks, beautiful spread, kicks up, that way, knees, singly. This is on ball joint. You can use these in robot mode. I haven't found a way to, so you can just plug them back on the back here. Well, just tab in here. I know I haven't done his helicopter mode. I'm just trying to do too much. So push this on. Push this on. You're really not playing ball with me today, are you? Push this on. Or have I done that wrong? Nope, I was just being really silly, dumb. So once the propeller's on, you can have it like this. So helicopter mode. So what you want to do is rotate the head and push the cockpit as far as it will go down. Then we want to push the hands into these spots there. What is very difficult on camera when you're trying to look. And them tabs will tab into a bit right here in the arm. So once you get it lined up, it should line up perfectly. Then we'll put the arm up. So do exactly the same. Line it up. Push the arms up. Then you have to open up the cockpit and then fold up the plane mode and then close it up. And then push these up, and then tab everything. If it wants to play ball, tab everything together once it wants to play ball. Come on, you son of a... Don't make it really harder than it needs to be. Have I done that wrong or have I done that right? Hang on a second. There, his robot helicopter mode. It looks really stupid. Honestly, it looks complete shit. But it's a root combiner. Okay, so put him down. Next, we will do the feet. What is a battleship? So we're going to get the battleship 1 foot. Knock off my camera. These are 2 separate parts. So there's the robot right way. Push the peg in. Hold the leg arms. Oh no, not peg. Put the peg in. Sorry. Push the arms up first. Rotate his head. Take out this part. What will be his gun? Untab all these bits. All this bit should be down. Untab that. Fold out the feet. And done. Done. Then you just connect him. So you've got to rotate this bit. All fit into him like so. So articulation, head, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, hinge, swivel, kick, spread, knee, foot. So, oh, sorry, went all lightheaded then. So into boat mode. So what we want to do is get his head, push his head in. Then we want to fold these parts in so that they will tab. I'm sure they tab in. I'm not. Hang on. Maybe I need to take this off. So let's start with legs. So all you. Oh, sorry. All you have to do is tab. It's kind of as you're transforming back into the feet. Fold out all these. Push this together. Push that up. Push. Get this part, and then this should tab into there. It should tab together, and then these parts should, if I can rotate the hand, tab into these little holes right down here. And once you get everything simulated, kind of lined up, it will tab in. Then remember that gun? You will then fold that up and that will fit in like this and tab in right like that. And there we have his boat mode. It reminds me of, I can't think of that transformer who turns into a boat. I can't think of his name at the top of my head. The hands are just separate pieces. They just look like little mini guns. Oh, sorry, just clicking everything back in. As we're already at swindle, we just kind of, that's his vehicle mode. All you do is untap, fold that back in. So rope mode. First we want to get the gun and we want to untab that. Then we want to come to the sides and untab this. Then we want to untab all of this and the feet and pull these open. Then we want to untab the ball joint and rotate his feet. Then, so where was I? Sorry. So we want to rotate his arms. Then what we want to do is pull this whole section down. And that as far as it will go up, so you can rotate the arms out a bit more. And fold this down to so swindle, I don't know anymore. I stopped thinking yellow, we're going to call him. Pardon me. And there is his robot mode. And have him a little gun. Pew pew, bang bang. Yeah. Legs, spread, kick, knee, pivot, ball joint. Very tight ball joint. Ball joint, swivel. Next, we do I know this review is going to be long, but next we're going to do is the tank. I'm trying to get all their names. It's just trying to find their names on this is a nightmare. So untab untab him, and their names are Onslaught, Vortex, Brawl, Blast Off, and Swindle. So I'm assuming Blast Off is there, Vortex is there, Brawl is what I've got in my hand, Blast Off, and then Swindle, and then Onslaught. So here we have the tank mode. Again, cold to touch technique is literally, it's got die cast metal, gun, turret. So what we're going to do to start this off, take off the turret. We want to untab the feet, and we want to untab the arms somehow that we can start the movement of the arms. So once you get the arms movement, you can rotate the legs. So as you see, they'll just fold up. Rotate the feet. And then what you'll do is rotate the body. Then what you want to do is come under here and untab this. Oh, sorry, I was meant to undo this little bit and fold it up. So what we need to do is put that back on. So doing it properly, we have to untab a little wheel. Then we want to fold it out and rotate it. So the wheel's there. Then fold this part down and just shimmy the... And with the turret and the gun, you could just put in his hand. Just should fit like that. The turret, you can't really do much with. You could probably try and fit it in his hand, but it'll be too far. So what you can do is just leave it back on the back, like so. Right, so ball joint, or rotation, in, out, ball joint at the fist, rotation at the waist, rotation at the turret, kicks up that far up, and that far out and that far in, knee, done. Put him down like so, trying to make them stand. I will get a clear picture of them all. Next we'll do plane, as he's joined the thing, so we'll take the head off for a minute. Plane comes in separate pieces, so we'll take off the wings, we'll take off the whole jet plane, and what we'll do from here is jet him into plane mode. So give me a second just to sort it, what's out what I need to. What you need to do first is just tab these pits in like so. Pull the arms out like that, just so we can get the jet in. Then what we want to do with the wings is take these parts off because they're two separate parts. Put this whole section in like so. And no, did that wrong. Hang on, sorry, can't remember everything I'm doing, so bear with me while I just get all the bits I need to sort out first. So give me a second. So first fold up your feet, what I've done in this quickly. Then what you want to do is get the wing and have this bit, this little thing, into that part. Once you get that in, it should fit in. Rotate the arm so it should tab right into that little, this tab into a tab right under there. So once you can shimmy it into place, it should, come on, don't do this to me on day of review. I was looking forward to reviewing you. Come on, stop being a tit. Stop being an arsehole. That's in, then. That's so once you get the hands fitted in, it will fit. Then you get the two wings at the back. And you want to rotate, ow, that really hurt. Pardon me. Then you want to rotate the wings into, no, is it? No, it's this, isn't it? There we go, here we go, here we go. Is it? I can't remember how this works. Yes, there we go. No? Yes? Hang on a second, I'm confused on something. Sorry, give me a sec. No, right. So this has to fold into here. So once you stop messing about and not realizing you're doing a review and you can't actually do the review without everything going wrong. So once you get it in like that, we want to make sure the plane cockpit is in and do exactly the same. So don't worry, he has got a robot mode. I'm just trying to do the vehicle modes really quick. So bear with. Right, and there is his jet mode. So from jet mode, it's just simply just doing everything backwards. So right, take the jet nose and fold it as far as you can down. Rotate the head. Untab the hands. Rotate the hands so that you can get the ball joint and rotate the fist. So again, untab everything. Thank you. Rotate the hand. Take the wings and untab everything that you've just done. So really stupid. Untab everything you've just done. And rotate the feet. Well, mine have a bit of an issue, so I'm probably going to have to, with a bit of a foil polish or super glue, and make sure they're out. And there is the robot mode. To put the wings, you can literally put the wings back on like any way you want. So little wings go there. Big wings, you can just either tab on the back or just have them off. I don't really care anymore. I just stopped caring after this. And then once you've done that, there's the robot mode. No weapons, no nothing. Articulation, head, same as the others. Rotation, swivel, wiggly wonkly leg. And put him down there. And then but last is onslaught. So the gun you get is this, what you can into combine mode. But what we want to do first is put the Bruticus head in, like so. Remember that. Next, get onslaught. And what we're going to do first is put onslaught in vehicle mode. So what we want to do first is rotate his fists all the way up, so they're like that. Then come to the crutch plate and remove that. Then what we want to then do is, very tight, is then, I don't think they slide, no they don't go sliding. Then we want to do, it's just, as much as you can, push these down and connect it, like so. Make sure, connect, connect, goddamn stupid transformation, there we go. Then once you've got it connected, you want to fish the fists into these little slots up here. So you want to throw them in as much as you can, and then tab it in. So again, fish it in as much as you can and tab in. Then you can put the crutch plate on. The crutch plate on, push this down, push these up, get the gun, and that can fit in right there. And he has a truck with a gun on it. So robot mode is just taking these all off, pushing these all the way up, like so, dabbing that, untab that, undo his legs, what is just like so. Then just undo his arms, rotate the arms, and this doesn't look right, there we go. Untab the arms, rotate the arms, untab the arms again, rotate, and pull up the head. And pull up the head. And there is onslaught. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the knockoff Bruticus set. What happened? Onslaught, sorry. Ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, rotation, spread, kick. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the knockoff Bruticus set. If you recommend wanting to go out and get these, I would recommend it if you can find it on a cheap deal. I got mine for about 60 off Amazon. Was it worth it? It's cool. I would recommend them if you're a Bruticus or any kind of G1 or whatever, or full of Cybertron figures. I definitely recommend go and get it. Now and then, Joe's going to stand up for me, are we? Okay. So there you go. So size comparison. Here he is next to a knockoff. Here they are next to a knockoff Team U transformer. Celestial